Today I have a tough drill for you. It's the toughest one so far, I think, but we're going to nail down position 1 of the E minor pentatonic, and we're going to vary our single note rhythm patterns, and it's going to be awesome. So let's go. Hey everyone, Paul here, PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. Today I want to keep the talking down to a minimum because the actual full playing practice session is 11 and a half minutes long. So I want to get right into this. So today we're going to practice 2 things. We're going to practice position 1 of the pentatonic scale, in particular E minor pentatonic, which is up at the 12th fret. I'm going to put it on the screen, but it's 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, and 12, 15. And then we'll descend. But we're not just going to just hit single notes like that. We're going to vary the rhythm pattern, and it's going to be awesome. Now, up here, there's probably a card up here, right here, that if you want to get into a deeper dive as to what those rhythm patterns are, that's the lesson to take a look at. But first, I want to say that we're going to be doing 12 different rhythm patterns. Okay, parts 1, parts 2, and part 3. Part 1, there's going to be just a single pair of eighth notes in the measure. Part 2, there's going to be 2 pairs of eighth notes, and part 3, there's going to be 3 pairs of eighth notes, or a single quarter note within each measure. It's going to be in that video before. So before we play the demonstration, let me give you 3 little tips or so up front before we get into the demonstration that will help you with the actual lesson, and I'll give you more tips after the fact here. But tip number 1 is that this playing session is very, very long, and it's very mentally tiring, but it's best done with someone. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to be playing. Actually, I'm going to be playing my acoustic, but I'll play with you. So practice with me. And so that's the best partner you're going to have, because I won't get tired on the video. Now, tip number 2, don't be concerned about perfection. Perfection is your enemy. Progress is your friend. And so if you make a mistake, like you fret the wrong note or you hit the wrong string, whatever it may be, play through. Just play on. I made at least a dozen mistakes, and just keep playing. And tip number 3, if the video is too fast or too slow for you, use the little gear icon that YouTube provides to slow down or speed up the video to suit your level that you're at right now. Okay, so let's go into the full demonstration, and then at the end, I'll give you some more tips after the fact so that you can tackle this better the next time. So here we go. Take 1, here we go. was hard. That was incredible. Let me go reposition the camera back and we'll finish up. Hey, wasn't that hard? That was ridiculous. That was ridiculously hard, but it's very beneficial. So if you are a beginner, meaning that, hey, Paul, I can do the pentatonic or I can do the rhythm, but I can't do both at the same time. There's just too much taxing on my CPU. Well, that's one of the reasons why I picked the E minor pentatonic, because up here at position 1 on the 12th fret, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, as far as the fret relationship, you can play those open strings. I mean, the 12th fret is an E, and this note is an E. This note is an A, and this note is an A. So you can actually cut down in half the number of fretted notes you have to play by simply playing position 1 down here at the nut. And the added benefit of that is that you're taking the pinky out of the equation. So anything on fret 2 is going to be your middle finger. Anything on fret 3 will be your ring finger. But up here on the 12th fret, I urge you to use, your index finger is going to be anything on the fret 12. Fret 13 is for your middle finger, which is not going to be used in this particular lesson. 14 is going to be your ring finger, and 15 is going to be your pinky. So we're going to give ourselves a pinky workout with this drill, which is a good thing. Another tip is this lesson is very, very hard mentally. It's very long and very fatiguing. So, and it's easy to lose count. It's easy to misfret a note. There's so many things that can go on. Keep playing through. Just keep playing. That's the best advice I can give you, is just to keep playing. And another tip is, as you go down from the low E string all the way up to the high E, if you then want to go to the next rhythm pattern and just start again on the low E, you can do that. You don't have to descend and ascend in pitch. You don't have to do that every time. I recommend it, but it's not necessary. So this tip nails position 1 of a pentatonic scale. Let's just say, oh, gee, that this is fine. I learned the E minor pentatonic scale with you, Paul, but what about A minor? Well, the note A lives on the 6th string, fret number 5. So now it's the same finger pattern that you just did for the E minor. You set you starting on fret number 5. 5, 8. It's the same pattern. So you can now transpose this to anywhere you need to. It's a great thing. So with all those tips, play through this video again and again. I've indexed each of the sections, so that way if you just want to do just section 1 or part 1, where you just have a single 8th note pair in those 4 measures and loop that, go right ahead. I mean, I'll give you like a measure or 2 lead in for each one of those sections, so that way you can actually hit the button and then get ready and start playing. But I suggest that you do part 1, and then maybe do part 2, and then do parts 1 and 2, and then maybe do part 2, and then do part 3, and then do 2 and 3, and then if you get really into it, do all 3 parts. This is a long drill, but this is going to be part of a series that's going to help us play some good lead lines. It's not going to be terribly fancy. You're not going to shred, but you don't have to shred in order to play lead. But you just have to know all the ingredients on how to bake the cake. And this is one of the ingredients: is a good pentatonic scale, because all those notes work very well together, and we are practicing different rhythms. And I'll do another lesson on how we can meld all these things together and do some really cool things on playing lead. So have fun. Let me know how you did on this drill. It's a tough one. It really is. But I'll see you soon.